Welcome back to looking at these characteristics of the well-living workplace. And again, I'm hoping that you're picking up is that I'm giving different kinds of examples, and it could apply to you as a solopreneur, an entrepreneur with a couple of staff that are working around the world, to someone who already has an established brick and mortar business, to someone who's a consultant and has different consultants around the world. Again, this all applies in creating what we call the well-living workplace, a place of work where you live and work well together. So let's look at characteristic number 4. People bring their uniqueness to their work. I like that word uniqueness. We'll expand on that. As you bring who you really are to work, there is a shared agreement to create safe and original interactions. So, people, uniqueness. You ever heard that phrase? Boy, that person's very unique. And I'm going, very unique? You can only be unique, can't be very unique. So each person has some level of uniqueness that they're bringing to the workplace. And what happens here is, what is that uniqueness that you bring? Like, I'm 6'7", so my uniqueness might be is I can change light bulbs really great, but I don't do very good if we keep putting the pots and pans down on the ground, right? So each one of us has a little bit of a uniqueness that we bring to what's going on at the workplace. So if you understand that uniqueness, you're going to start to understand this authentic voice that you have. And bringing your authenticity to the workplace, that unique aspect of who you are, it's very helpful. Again, I can speak from having had the opportunity to work in different parts of the world. I bring different perspectives, those unique perspectives into the workplace. Having worked on things like HIV in Africa, and working on air operations coordination, and being a recreation officer in Australia. Those are all unique elements of who I am that I'm bringing to the workplace. So what is it you bring to the workplace? That's important to be thinking about. And then as you start to work with others, you start to agree about what unique elements need to be given here and given there, right? Because what you're wanting to do is create some very safe and original interactions in the workplace, because that's what brings the uniqueness into the workplace. You're a unique being, but makes the workplace very unique. And we see different stories of how people are creating different kind of workplace buildings. Those are unique ways of doing things, like the open concept versus the cubicle concept. So again, what makes your place that little bit unique? What makes you unique? And that brings that to the workplace and creating the well-living workplace. So I think that the elements that we're talking about is, again, sit down with a piece of paper, take a look at some of the elements, the characteristics, your attributes, your capabilities that make you unique. And just one last story that goes with that has helped me and has actually helped me write one of the books that you might want to look at, called Help Them Help You Manage and Lead. The aspect that I had a chance to do was I worked as a whitewater rafting guide, and every day in the morning or afternoon I always had a different crew with me. So what happened was every situation, every day was unique. I never quite knew what was going to happen, and very quickly I had to create a well-living workplace with that crew, because I might have someone who's in their 80s, I might have someone who's 7 years old, I may have people who are scared. These are all workplaces, my workplace, and every one of them was really unique, and I really learned how important it is to celebrate the uniqueness of the people and the uniqueness of the workplaces. So with that, that's characteristic number 4, and what we're going to do is work into number 5, which is a balance piece around people, producing, and profit.